are back again. This is BigLoudMouth. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again. This is episode 26.
Thank God.
We thank God, we thank Jehovah, we thank everybody for listening, for watching.
It's been overwhelming. I'm not even gonna lie, it's been overwhelming. I felt a little bit emotional, you know, after last week recording of our 25th, and then, you know, doing the editing. I was like, you know what, like 25 episodes.
Mama, we're still here, Mama.
Do you know what I mean?
We're still here, Mama.
Like, we've got 25. We're 25 episodes in, like we still haven't even like started. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we haven't hit the heights.
Yeah, and
the peak of this show just yet.
Yeah, so there's so much to come through. I'm so excited. And then also today, church service was amazing. I'm never gonna lie, man. The word touched me today.
So you actually listened to it
today? Do you know what? Yeah, I actually listened today. Normally I don't listen on Sunday because
first day of the month.
No, it's not because it's the first day of the month. Because normally I do a lot of running around during service. You know, I have a lot of errands and a lot of stuff that I have to do during service. So I don't get time to listen on the Sunday. I always listen like when we post our messages.
Yeah.
That's the time I get to listen. But today it's like, it was so good.
It's almost the same thing for us in church as well. Like you're so busy, you just forget like the message going on.
Yeah.
Like because you're busy running around, you're trying to fix this, trying to fix that. Especially like when people know that you're a prominent person in church.
You're a prominent person. Hey, pastor.
Usher. You be usher.
I'll be usher.
Electrical.
But
Anyway, today
welcome member.
we have an impromptu guest.
All right.
On this show.
Yeah,
impromptu. You didn't know you were coming on the show now. Put the mic. Sorry, put the mic up.
Yeah.
Put it
next to your lips.
No, don't lick the mic.
Okay.
Just
close to your lips.
make sure put it close to your lips.
Enough.
I'm trying now. Something you usually do. Just
hold that properly. Show them
how you.
You know. In this podcast, we're not homophobic. So every person, any sex.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know, be saying I'm touching like that. You make me feel uncomfortable now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is AY. Today actually is an action-packed episode. I mean, last week we said we're gonna talk about the second part of Let's Be Honest, which is the emotional part. But before we get there, welcome to the show, AY. AY is actually a subscriber of this show. Helps to promote the show when he can. He doesn't do it enough.
Yeah, that's why.
But
I can do more.
Yeah, but you're here today. One of our very first subscribers, actually. So if you follow us, you might get the chance to come on the show. As well. If you do have the time, if we have to beg, we don't beg. Like us, we say we don't beg. I mean,
that's it.
We don't beg, but sometimes we just invite.
Just ask you multiple times.
Multiple times. A few times that you can't say no. You can only say no a few times before you block the WhatsApp message. Are you coming? No. Okay. I was leave them. Again, ask.
Are you coming?
But so today we're going to talk about the World Cup for like a few minutes. What were your thoughts about the performance of the Nigerian team, basically?
Well, to be honest, Nigerian team, they actually played well.
You're impressed?
Not that impressed. At least they're different from the Nigeria we used to know, you know.
Oh, you mean the old Nigerian team?
The old Nigerian team, like they're different. They actually played what we say they played with their heart, like seriously.
Yeah, especially the last two games. I think
the last two games they actually played well. You know, the game against Argentina, I was like, was this really Super Eagles? Like they actually played well. Not
organized.
They were organized. Like seriously. Mikel Obi didn't really make so much fantastic passes, but then he actually made some coordinations that actually went well.
Yeah.
You know, but what would I say? Nigeria stole my country. I would say they played well.
So automatically you support France as well.
Yes,
in a way. I just like to say I did it.
No, really? I am supporting France, to be honest.
Yeah, turn the mic a bit that way, so we can pick up all your important points.
That's it. I am supporting France.
Yeah, that's the only African nation left. I mean, 80% of that team are black.
1 point. That's 1 point.
Relax.
My guy, come on now.
Relax.
Start mentioning.
Relax. Don't go and say that outside.
80% of the French team are black.
Hey, it's true.
Exactly.
Okay, it's fact.
So they are playing for us.
They're not playing.
They punish Argentina for us.
They're not playing for us.
No. They are playing for all African countries.
They're not playing for all African countries. Because when they're going to do the interview, they're not going to say where their father came from.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No,
guy, forget that one.
Wait.
Remember.
No, they talk that one.
It's true.
If you don't talk calm, like, say, make the
not be the same thing with the boo Deli Ali for.
Yeah.
Not the same thing with
that one that sell out.
Now,
it's not sell out. It's not the same thing.
You know what? These black players, they dance the African way. They do everything.
More than go sleep.
When they really celebrate for FA Cup final, what do you do? No, that nonsense dance. Where the guy did? Sorry for our viewers back home that don't understand pidgin English. When they really scored in FA Cup final against Manchester United, semi-final, that he was doing that backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Dance and celebration does not mean you are.
No, when you dance and you celebrate, you're dancing because that's what your roots. You can't say
us. Wait.
This one, you people are so far. You people have sunken. I'm sorry, you people are sunken. You're in a sunken place.
Sunken place.
Sunken place.
Now, remember. This is one thing I want you to understand about Dele Alli. Dele Alli's case is internal affairs case. To be honest. You know why I said that? No. This is internal affairs. You know what? The dad is involved. The mom is involved. So whatever they tell him is what the guy will do. Forget the fact that the guy is has got the mind of his own.
Quick example. We all know where Pogba is from. If France win the World Cup, he's not going to say anything about it.
And we all know where this guy is from. What's his name?
Mike.
The guy from Evra.
But Evra, do you know why Evra is different? Because Evra always says his roots. These guys, they don't say their roots. So you people are here saying, oh, you're supporting France because they are black. You are in a sunken place. I'm sorry.
Maybe we've not been in a situation to know our roots.
No.
How about we're supporting them just because they are black?
Okay, then I agree with that one.
But
I agree with that one. No, it's not the same thing.
No, whether they're playing for me.
Okay, yes. But not to say that African, they're playing for. No, they're not playing for no African. I'm sorry, they're not. They're really not.
So you want to tell me Kante will look straight in the camera and say Jojo Melu, I am French. May God punish you, Kante. You are from Mali.
Relax. When he won back-to-back Premiership Player of the Year, what is not France he talk? He mentioned anything?
But Malians speak French now.
Oh, you are a sub. This one I mean by saying you are a sub. No, forget about
it. They speak French.
Yes, I know they speak French.
They don't speak Swahili.
I know whatever language colonizer they speak. What I'm saying is.
What are you speaking now?
Okay, what I'm saying.
No. What are you speaking now?
Now the colonizer English now this.
Exactly.
But I still refer back to it as a Edoma. If not to speak Edo for
so wait, outside they do that.
Wait.
Us paint this example for you, yeah. So you do something very important in the UK. Bam! Newspaper carry you, interview, next thing. Are you going to start sitting there and be speaking Edo?
Guy, let me tell you. I'll tell you what I could do.
You know
what I go do? I go dress my cultural dress. I go wear all my beads.
But the language is coming from.
I don't go speak Bini, but I go speak Pidgin. I go speak Pidgin. Why not go speak Pidgin?
You feel talk Pidgin. You feel talk Pidgin when you say people go understand your native dialect.
But my native dialect, I don't go talk. I'm not saying they shouldn't speak. I'm not saying they shouldn't speak in the native dialect. Yeah. But I'm saying that they should pay homage. Me, I go sit down and go wear my VA. I go wear my agbata. I wear all of it and I sit down. When my dad became a mayor, the same thing. He didn't wear the mayor dress. He wore his Benin traditional thing. And we all roll in Benin attire. That's who we are.
But you think the French those guys are speaking? They speak broken French as well.
I'm not saying all of those things. What I'm saying is that are they addressing their roots? That's all I'm saying. For me to say that they're playing for Africa,
they get asked,
you wouldn't know. But they don't. Because they get asked these things. When they do the interview, when they finish the game, that's the moment for them to say, oh, this, that, and the third. But they don't say it. They don't say it because they don't.
No, I really get your point.
That's what I'm saying. I feel you. If they're saying this year, this World Cup we won it for France, but at the same time, my granddad, my father. I said, cool. They're
so you want them to say more than Ali Le Bleu?
Yes, of course. Why not? These people are doing it. When Brazil win the World Cup, they do it.
Yeah.
But it's only when our people are involved.
No,
because of passport.
What do you mean? They do it. Brazil, they raise the Brazilian flag.
Yeah, but they pay homage to Portugal. They pay homage to the Portuguese roots. They do it. Yes, they do it. They do it. Never seen it.
Because after they don't finish 90 minutes, we know they change.
You see you now. Once they watch the interview, they do it. But it's only our people that don't do it because of passport. Because they don't want the question to be asked.
No, talk down.
If they ask, they're talking now.
No.
When we get airport and then they ask this guy question.
Make I talk something. If you talk, say, other African countries, if you know the do am. As far as they concerned, Nigeria will do am.
No, Nigeria is represented.
I will represent, man. The other African countries, although the one where Evra do for Instagram, I know that one.
No, Evra even took it.
But yet, it took it up.
No, but I rate Evra because Evra does it. Evra does it no matter where it is. You can see it.
Yeah, but you know, Evra's an older guy, you know, compared to these young guys. This very squad.
And so they should know, but that's what they should be seeing. They should be seeing that and say, you know, it's acceptable. Being culturally profound is acceptable.
But you know the funny thing is, no matter how much those kids want to get away from it, I say kids, no matter how much they want to get away from that roots, they would always be reminded. Every time the history is written, so they know.
Yes, it will be reminded, but it will be reminded in a negative connotation. It won't be reminded in a positive way. It won't be the interviewer saying, "Oh, this about your background that's positive." They'll put it out in a negative context.
So, Pogba, what do you think about the people of Guinea who are suffering now?
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
If
you say it that way, yes, but
that's
I think
what I'm saying. For me to
I think someone like Pogba with how he dances, it's not a French way.
Mona,
You know that, right?
That is
the dance is significant.
The dance is every black person they dance.
Let me say, when Okocha was in Bolton and he scored and he did that dance, he didn't have to do it.
He didn't have to. No,
but you understand what I'm saying?
Black dancing is synonymous with black.
For black, but you know there's a particular way you can dance that's from African heritage.
No, these people, they don't understand it.
No,
they don't understand it. They don't see the difference between...
What's his name? The PSG defender. The PSG defender, he was even dancing shaku shaku with Pogba. He was saying, "Oh, we're dancing shaku shaku."
They know
because it's popular now.
But if you ask the white commentator Gary, what's his face?
Gary
Lineker. Ask them the difference between the floss backpack dance and shaku shaku.
Well, that's what you both people for.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's
what do you expect?
But I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that they don't see it as an African person.
Nah, they know because from the time of Eboye, you know when Eboye used to do all this.
They're not seeing it that way. So
well, of course they won't see it.
Exactly. So why are we saying? So then why are we then saying that? Oh, because they dance this way, then no. What I'm saying is that for me to accept them as they're representing me as an African, they have to.
They dance that way.
They have to pronounce it with their mouth.
I think this episode has started with fire, and I'm excited.
They have to.
I am excited. They have to pronounce it with fire.
No, not fire, but they have to pronounce it with their mouth. So that I understand if you say, okay, I'm stopping them because they represent black people.
Yeah.
Boom. I agree.
No, we all know that's the main reason.
That's the main reason.
But that's why I said 80% of the squad is black.
Yes.
Or should I say? I'm right to say 80%. Isn't it?
More than 85.
You can never say 85%.
There's only 3 white people: Griezmann, and the goalkeeper.
Lloris, Pavard, Hernandez. Those guys are white now. Stop it.
In Insta, they just say
I beg now. But even guess what? Pavard and Hernandez will not play. Ben and Sidibe were fit.
Anyway, sorry for jumping into you.
Sorry. Well, anyway, so I guess we're all proud of the Nigerian national team performing well. You know, I think to be honest, for me, like I always, even if we're gone out of the group, France would have dealt with us. Yes, let's not even argue that. Let's not go there. France would have dealt with us.
To be fair, I thought they got lucky yesterday.
France,
yeah,
guy 4-2 isn't.
I'm telling you,
they played better than Argentina.
No. Pavard's goal. Come on, bro. Come on. Even though it was genius, even though it was,
he connected with that ball.
I know, but I'm not saying. I'm saying just for him to the sheer will of the guy. Pavard, who the hell is Pavard? The guy that's been playing in Division 2 in Germany.
He's in Division.
He's Division 1. He got them promoted.
Yeah,
but he was a year ago. That's what he was playing. So for him to take that shot.
Okay, who's Nacho in his rightful head as a player to score that similar
Nacho
goal?
Plays for a big club.
He's on the bench though.
Still a big club. So
Stock's a big club. What are you talking about? Not in comparison.
Don't start.
Not in comparison to Real Madrid.
Don't start.
Guy. The old German football Stuttgart is not a small club. In Germany, it's not. It's not a small club.
No, not just to the top say.
It's not the same as Wolves now.
No, not just to the top say Wigan.
No.
Exactly.
No, Stuttgart and Wigan are not the same place.
But no, Wigan then they get the same history. It's the same thing.
Wigan, then don't you remember?
It's not.
Guys,
It's just
you know
like
Wigan
that.
was only created in the 1990s, right?
Guys,
still,
no, don't talk that.
They made it to Premiership, innit?
That's Stuttgart's always been a proper German team.
Okay.
But now,
No.
But you know what?
Let's not argue for
Okay, wait.
No. Let's not.
Okay.
What Stuttgart and Wigan? Are you serious?
Right. Okay. Stuttgart and Blackburn. Okay,
Stuttgart now.
Stop it.
Not Wigan.
No more
Stuttgart
from Bundesliga
and Blackburn. They're the same people.
No more.
Blackburn is
for Bundesliga,
yes,
yeah, Stuttgart, yeah. Say you mention 1 to 5, fine. Stuttgart.
We're talking about history,
but now,
and Blackburn, yes,
and
Blackburn, yes.
Okay, we are going to stop talking about football at this moment in
time.
Because honestly,
we know
I will flip this episode to a football episode, and I don't want to do that. So thank you for coming on the show. You're welcome. I want to punish your football IQ. Stuttgart and Wigan. Anyway,
well, no.
I said no.
You go agree.
I said no.
You go agree. No. If they talk about Stuttgart of that time, yeah, fine.
Stuttgart.
Okay, cool. Moving on, yeah. With last.
I'm vexed. I swear. I'm never going to lie. I cannot hold it. I'm very vexed.
No, we're moving on. Lastly, we talked about let's be honest, yeah. And
let's be honest. Wigan is not the same as Stuttgart.
No, let's be honest. Not now.
Let's be honest. So we want to carry on. There's a few things in terms of why women like being lied to.
Yes.
Firstly, do you agree with that statement?
We said women like to be lied to.
That women like to be lied to.
No, wait. When Tola said it, I was like, no. I said some. I said some. And he did. No, Tola did. He actually said, okay, make her to come this way, and he actually rephrased well. So some women. Not all of them.
High percentage.
Well, yeah, 75%.
Okay. Do you agree?
You put number.
Man, I thought.
He said 75%.
Yeah, 75%. I won't lie, bro.
So you're saying that 75% of women like to be lied to?
I'm not saying I've been with the 75%, but in my quest,
it's been over 75%.
In my
quest so far, man. I mean, no. Just so far, I'm being serious. Let's be real, innit?
Alright, cool.
Let's be real. I've met different ladies, and just make up your mind to like tell them the truth and all that. You might be taken for a fool, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think, to be honest, most guys actually feel the same way. Hence why we said, you know what? This is why I said that the term, I don't think men lie. They just over-exaggerate the truth. Like, we made a lot of examples last week. I'm sure you listened to the episode. If you didn't listen, God punish you. But from what you said,
I should make out go shine.
No, but from what you said, I think you listened to the episode. Is the fact that I think as men, we marinate the truth. We soak it overnight in the sauce. And then when it comes out to be on the grill, it's all very nice. Rather than it just being a natural chicken that it is, you know? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. But I think to be honest, yeah, I'm a man, but I'm not trying to speak for every one of them out there, but I would say 50% of guys out there, they would not that they're lying about anything or they actually plan to lie about anything, but there's something you try to like curve the truth. You know,
you hear that one?
It's like you're curving it, like you're saying the truth, but no man, you can't just say everything at once like that. Now maybe okay for someone who's trying to like, exactly okay. For instance, like us, you get babe. Yeah, you can't want to explain something, give her, can't jump for your mouth, say, okay, do this. You got a thing for her, say, whoa, I haven't even told you anything, but yeah, you've known like 30%.
You jump into
so I will base my story on what you know. Because why should you be jumping? Why should you be putting words in my mouth? Let me talk.
But if they don't let you talk, then you lie.
If I don't know, they don't let me talk, I won't lie. I will only call it. But yeah, when next time you now ask me about the truth, I'll tell you, well,
this is the guy Davido sang for. All my friends that they call me
not true. Not just from my own view. But nobody say I lie to ladies. I don't. That's the thing. A lady cannot lie to me and actually go scot-free, because by the time I know about your thing and later found out that you actually lied to me, I could do you strong thing now.
Whoa.
That's me naturally.
Sorry, you repeat that thing. If a lady lies to you and then you later find out.
She actually lied. I could do a strong thing.
What? Please define strong thing.
Strong thing. We get plenty strong thing. Oh.
Wow.
We get plenty strong thing.
Which kind of strong?
Okay, how you want to define relationship? Yeah, where your woman the lie give you. No, me I go fear woman with the lie give me.
This guy the interviewer.
No, not just simple question, yeah. Me I go fear woman with the lie, pass man with the lie.
Wow.
Because woman with the lie give me.
It will interpret that for those people who
to interpret that, I will actually run away from girls that lie to me or my girlfriend that lies. I will actually run away from him than a guy that lies. Why? Because my girlfriend can even plot my downfall. She can plot my death.
Wow.
That's the truth.
We didn't look at it that way, but
I can't be so comfortable with the girl that lies to me all the time.
This is very honest.
I'm just being real.
Pastor AY in the building.
I'm just being real. No, they call pastor. I don't know that calling, but they try to dodge him. So no, I beg, leave her for now.
So, okay. We touched on something else last week as well, which was, I think was, you want to take this one, exclusivity.
Oh, yeah. So from last we talked about being, if a guy tells you that he's exclusively seeing you, please.
You should run.
Please, we are saying it again. Take your bag and run. It is the trick of the devil. Just take your bag and run. Okay? So, moving on, we want to talk about...
No, can we ask AY? If a girl comes to you saying, AY, by the way, I know you like me and I like you, but I'm not ready for a relationship, but we can see each other exclusively.
That's a jackpot.
What is your... No.
That's
like a demon.
A jackpot now.
You're a demon.
No, I'm just saying.
See, BigLoudMouth, you've got so many subscribers.
No, so
not so many. We're not there yet.
You blame me.
Amen.
I don't know.
Amen.
You think I know the
Pastor AY in the building.
But minus out. But me, I come meet girl, telling me, we can't go out. It's just like you don't want to put me in that friend zone, and we are not intimate. So who am I then? So I'd rather call you my fiando. Yeah. No, it's just like that. Why when someone guys, it's just another word that originated from the phrase. Not by me, not by someone else.
Sorry, we have some church members that listen to this.
No, just being real. You said let's be real.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, by the way, if you don't know the meaning of fiando,
I'll make a break her.
It's someone that you are just doing the MOT.
Exactly. You drive in, go for MOT. Yeah, you are passed. Drive out. You get go. I beg now when I talk, say let's be real, and I'm being real right now. To be honest, I'm being real. My girls are old, they are listening and they are understanding me as well.
Nah, that analogy is a violation. I
don't drive.
It's a violation.
Wait,
it's a violation.
You drive, don't you?
No, I don't drive.
You don't.
No,
wait, you trick. Okay,
he does only tricks.
You drive.
I walk.
So what happens when you drive your car today? What's it called for your
mechanics? Yeah, they change the oil.
So what happens? What happens?
They change the oil. They do every service they need to service.
After the whole servicing of the hell and check the gate, check the filter, and you drive out.
Please, we will not compare women to cars. I'm just going to beg you. Oh my God. Treat a woman better than how you treat your Ferrari boss. Please,
see, that's the thing, women, I actually respect women a lot. Especially my woman, I respect her a lot. And not because she's my woman, but because she be one of them. You get? I just respect them equally.
Yeah, it's important.
I just respect them. And this, I actually know this when I was like, from what? What do you call it? I think I was an SS student.
Yeah. So year
10.
There you go. Like you need to treat them equally. But when you need to talk about something serious, like
exclusivity,
just potty, like.
So you don't think people should be exclusive?
No, why
you
should that happen?
Be a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Why should that happen? Okay, for instance, I'm saying this live. I don't know where it might go, but the thing is, I didn't tell you. I think that was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I went out to what's it called I went out to get something out of license. I think that was cool. And I met this girl. I was on the phone. She was on the phone. She was smiling to me. I'm like, oh, maybe because she thought I was talking to her. She didn't realize that I was on the phone. And I actually went back. And when I was coming back, she came to me. She was like, how old are you? I said, what? Yeah, just answer me. How old are you? I'm like, well, how old are you? I think she should be like 21, 22. And I was like, okay, guess. Because every time I usually tell them, just guess. Because how can you look me? Yeah, for people to look me like this and say, you be 17, I'm like, are you crazy?
They don't see you.
They're not
you get that? So I kind of like, okay, how old are you? She didn't say anything. She was like, yeah, I asked you first. Okay, guess. 22, 23. I was like that. 24. I was like that. 25. I was like that. When she said 25 and I did this, and she said, oh, but what am I actually saying? What am I actually saying?
No.
Then I asked her, why? Why are you asking? She was like, she wants friends with benefit. And she thought I could. Yo, this girl was a nice girl. Like, very good looking. Black girl. No,
emphasize on
black, nice girl. Her backside is alright, But obviously, with what she said, I could have said, oh, I was joking about my age. And, getting
conform.
But I didn't. Because I'm like, if you can't be my girlfriend, why should you be my, if you finish it, You get so girls now coming to me.
Pastor AY. I just want to say this is another confirmation of black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
Hashtag black.
See, now I'm on board.
You see your life?
Now I'm on board.
Black men
don't cheat.
No, I remember the time when they talked about that time, this thing that time. But the thing is this year, if I don't really cheat, fine.
Black men don't cheat.
We don't cheat.
You can't finish. I don't need land.
No, you can't.
If I want cheat, I don't fit cheat.
No, you not fit.
Now they talk now. If I want cheat, I don't fit.
Because black men
we don't cheat.
Exactly.
We are only angels.
Yeah,
we're not the demon now.
Anyway, today we said I'm even rolling my sleeve now because conversation about to get serious.
Our time is going.
The thing is, so today we said we're going to speak about the emotional side. I think it's good to have someone here today. In terms of us raised a very valid point. Obviously, from the pen talk we went last week Saturday, and you were saying, well, how did you phrase the question again?
So the question was. The question that I was given out was that why do women ask for their guys to be open, and yet when a guy become open to them, they don't know what to do with that openness
emotionally?
Yeah. Right. So and obviously everyone had their 2 cents, and we're talking about this in the car, and I said majority of the time why a woman wants you to be open can stem from a status symbol. Yeah. Right. They want to feel like they have a guy that is open to them, right? And like, okay, do you know what? Just a throwaway conversation with their girls. Oh, my man was open to me. My man's been open to me. He said this and that about his emotions. Yeah. But in that midst of that openness, right, or in the midst of that conversation, a lot of women don't know what to do.
Yeah. What are you offering after you've asked someone to be open to you?
So when a guy becomes open to them and he talks about his emotional state, right? A lot of women don't know what to do.
So for some women, it's actually a turn off after they've heard everything.
Yeah, exactly. For some women, it can be. It goes up as well. It's a turn off. It's like, hold on, wait. I never realized it was that.
That was that.
It was that deep.
And then they called a friend, yo.
Yeah. I don't know how to. I don't know how to deal with this. And then there are some women. Soft. And then there are majority. I feel like that's a few. I feel like there's a majority of women that hear that and they. Try to empathize to the best of their understanding. Yeah. Right?
But they just end up repeating what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah. They just end up just regurgitating what the partners just said. But for a guy, for you guys obviously are in a state of relationship, all right?
Basically, what Oz is trying to say is he's single.
No, what I'm saying is that how did your partners handle that when you guys started to be emotionally available and be emotionally aware and being emotionally available towards your partner?
Okay, should I go first?
No, White go first.
Go
No, let White go first as our guest.
First thing, you need to understand something. Well, I wouldn't say you need, but it's up to you whether you want to take care or not. But when a girl tells you to be open, one, remember you wouldn't do something for no reason if you're not expecting any positive gain from it.
Okay.
You wouldn't do it or you wouldn't say it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, a girl telling you to be more open, she needs to know her stand first. From whatever you say would give her the confidence and the assurance or whatever she wants to, like, okay, yeah, this guy is into me. We are into each other. So when that is known, most of them, they usually have just one reason for you to be open. They usually, like, it's just for them to know their stand. And by the time you now let them understand, okay, this is it, blah, 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 and all that, they could say, dissect it, pick the ones they want, throw the shaft back to you, and they're like, okay, I think I'm okay with this. It's not going anywhere, I'm all right. Someone like that, what do you expect her to, like, make or to do with the rest of
the information?
What do you want?
True.
Because already you've actually given her what she wanted. And just for her to know, yeah, I'm in with this man, we are okay. And some of them were just like, okay, maybe they're trying to they've noticed some kind of behaviors, or you for some weeks, for the past week, you've been doing something that has been a bit not clear to them, They will want you to be like, and girls won't tell you straight up like that, just do this. They will only go from one bush to another. It is you guys that needs to be connecting the dot. You get, but they won't come out like that
and say, I can't handle it.
No, they won't.
Okay, that's true.
They won't.
I do think that's very true.
Yeah.
For me, one thing before I give my own experience, I would say, regardless of whoever you're opening up to, whenever you're opening up to someone, just have it at the back of your mind that, listen, when I open up to anyone, be it a therapist or you're seeing someone, they don't have your solution. Do you understand? And this is what we were talking about the other day. I think, yes, some people ask you to open up just to see how vulnerable you are, and probably some controlling, narcissistic, whatever the word is. Some people do that to take advantage of your emotional state and try to control you and know what button to hit, And some people want you to open up, like you said, so they can know where they stand with you or how far they want to go with you. In that case of what you said, I would say know how much you open up. Sure. But even when you do open up, no, they don't have the solution.
Sure.
They can be there as a support system, but I think when people open up, they always think the person's going to have the solution to whatever they're going through. And even when you're seeing a therapist will never give you a solution.
But I think you're saying that from a point of view is that I wouldn't say, I feel like I think that's more concerned with guys. When guys open up, I think we tend to, when we do open up, we tend to look for a solution.
Yes.
But I feel like when females open up, they look for a solution.
Yeah, they don't look for a solution.
They're not looking for someone to give them a solution.
They want a support system.
Go for the solution.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's why maybe most guys would be like, once I open up to you, what did you do with it?
Yeah.
Well, some ladies are just they just want to be there for you. Like, okay, I don't have a solution to what you're going through, but I can promise you one day I'm going to be here.
But is that, do you feel like that's always enough?
Even
because
with that,
they're not number one. They're not God. They're not specialists. They're there to love you.
Even with that, some ladies would not even be there for you.
And this is what I'm talking about. The ones that will be there.
Okay.
For the ones that are going to be there, don't expect a solution and say, "Hey, listen. When I opened up to you, what did you do?" Yeah, she was there. She could have picked up her bags and gone, "Hey, you know what? That's too much for me." But she and go. What you tend to realize is, like, women would always push your button. You understand what I'm saying? They're the only people who can push your button. When you're in a relationship with a woman, she's the only person who can actually push that button. Some buttons that your parents can't even push. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Don't know which button you're talking.
Do you know what I'm saying? No, there's some buttons. But in my own experience, when I started going out with my dad, right? Growing up, I was this kid who, like, I never opened up to anybody. Growing up in Nigeria, like, I go through stuff, I go through it myself. It doesn't matter who. I feel like everybody has their own problems. So why am I bothering you? So I was very closed up. Even my mom used to say, da, da, da. So when I started going out with my girlfriend, my mom was like, yo, this girl's changed a lot because now you're a lot more, you do talk.
Emotionally aware.
You're emotionally aware, you know, you think about, like, before, however I'm feeling, I say it to anybody. Be it my mom or my dad. I say it. My mom's like, you're, like, emotionally aware of how people feel now. Like, you know, but it didn't start overnight. We started going out. It wasn't even a case of like, oh, okay, now you need to open up to me. Like, gradually, make sure you can trust the person first. To a certain extent. Not 1000%, but to a certain extent, like, okay, I can trust you with this in bits. You just have to give it in bits. And one thing you need to make sure is,
to cut you. Yeah. The trust issue is a big thing on its own.
Yeah, it is. But that's what I'm saying. Not 100. There's some things like you can trust someone with. You know, when you have friends, you can't say you don't trust all your friends. You trust them with particular things. You know, there's some friends that you trust more than the other. There's some friends where you trust them with this, you don't trust that one with that. So it's like. And one thing I always say is, like, when you're opening up to people, make sure that they can open up to you as well. I'm not saying that's the reason why you're doing it, but find a balance where you can be a support to them as well. So it doesn't feel like when you're opening up, you're just dumping it on the person. And then they feel overwhelmed and they go, hey, you know what? At this point, I'm out. Because guess what? You need to remember they have to deal with their own stuff as well. So when you say, when I opened up to you, what did you do with it? The question is, when I opened up to you, right? Were you supportive enough? And when you opened up to me, where was I support? Or did I give it a chance to open up to me as well? Or I just felt like, oh, I'm opening up, that's it. You got to deal with it now. Not even remembering to ask you, like, hey, what is it you're going through? Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what I can say. I'm very lucky. I'm extremely, extremely lucky. Like, my girlfriend will tell me, like, oh, there's nothing appropriate about what I'm about to say in terms of my relationship. She'll be like, oh, Tola, but you know, like, I come with baggages that I'm like, everybody comes with baggages. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I came to you and said, hey, listen, I'm pure, I'll be lying. And then, you know how women will talk, and when I'm like, I just laugh her off, like, listen, there is nothing you're going through that can't be sorted. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the seriousness, as long as I can be here for you, as long as you're willing to let me know when you're going through those stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, not being at a stage of my life where I never open up to anybody to bang, I feel comfortable opening up to a particular person. I can't take that for granted, and that's the biggest thing I cherish about my relationship is being able to actually, like, talk to my girl.
Have an outlet.
Yeah, have an outlet. And guess what? When I talk to her, there is no solution. She just, you know what she would say to me is like, hey, listen, it's gonna be okay. And sometimes that's what you need to just hear.
Listening and love is something.
When she goes, oh, you know, I've listened. Do you know what? It's gonna be okay. What do we do next?
Okay. So, but do you feel like? I guess there isn't a female to answer this question, but again, we'll just try and answer it our way.
We might have to bring a female along.
Yeah, definitely.
For both sides to be.
Yeah. So do you feel like some women there's an expectation to just want their partner to be open for the sake of being open? Yeah,
just to see that a guy can be vulnerable. You know, we society demands that as a guy, you have this macho-ness of where you're bulletproof. You know, and most women, take for example, in my younger days, when I'm dating a woman, girl.
Serious dating?
No. In my younger days, yeah.
Serious.
I always feel like if I hadn't broken this person emotionally, like if I haven't connected with them to see what the biggest trouble is, I don't know them.
Okay.
And it was a young thing of like, oh, you gotta know the weak points. You gotta know the weak points.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I need to know the weak points of this person so I feel like I can get through. Sometimes you need to know their strength even way before you know their weak points. You know what I'm saying? So knowing the strength, by the time you see the weak points or they tell you the weak points, you can convincingly tell them, hey, listen, you're stronger than this. Because I've seen your strength. And what you just said is minor compared to what your strength. So yeah, you're right. Some people just do it just to, because like I said earlier, like a few minutes ago, bulletproof. So when some girls want to see that a guy can cry. And like I said to you in the car the other day, you crying isn't a vulnerable state. It's not what determines your relationship. It's how you bounce back from crying. It's how you can tell your partner, like, listen, although I'm crying to you, I'm still this guy. Not that you have to prove it, but don't let it now be the the loophole in your relationship. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Someone made me understand something here. Tola said using the crying thing. Well, a lady, when was that? Many years ago. She was like, "You know, crying as a man is like you trying to show sign of weakness." And you won't believe it. Ever since that day, no matter how thing enter my body, I know they cry. I know they start with it. But recently, I cried. Why? Because it entered my body still. Pause. But I think Tola made a point the other time. In the younger age, when we date girls, we look for their weak spot first. But now,
you're looking for the strongest.
You look for the
strongest point.
Exactly, first.
Because the older you grow, you know you have a lot of flaws.
You know.
It's true.
But now, me now coming out to a girl, and after that, you like, okay, I've read everything, and doesn't really move you like that. Like, forget the fact that you're listening, but I would want you to do something. And if you're not doing, looking for a solution for me, because I wouldn't in the first place be expecting a solution from me.
I think they can look for a solution with you.
I wouldn't even be expecting it. That's the thing. They can't. I wouldn't even be expecting it. But for the fact that you listened, and after that, I actually want some reaction, or like, oh, so what are we gonna do about it? It's like you're trying to tell me, yeah, I'm with you. I care about you too. Whatever it is, I care about you as well. So what are we going to do about it and all that? But you just sat there, you listen, and after the whole thing, and you just flip and go into something else. Yeah, exactly.
Also, I've been playing that game for a while.
You can't console you.
Yeah,
that's why I was the open up.
Put for chest now. Now it is like
opens to enter.
He knows how it is. In fact,
I don't know why it is. I don't know.
Ask me that kind of person be saying that every day you get issue.
Wow.
You just get issue.
Babe, I'm emotional today.
Of course.
Wow.
What is it?
Do you want to enter?
Wow.
This is for the fifth and
For the record, that's not me.
no.
That's not me. I don't emotionally bribe you.
Guys, hold on. Sorry. Off topic. Is it only me or is this actually boiling?
It's hot. It's mad hot.
Because of this video, we have to put our Nigerian phone. It is hot. But
I can't lie.
But no. In your own. I mean, we've spoken about an experience. Like in your own experience, have you never had to like open up to a woman before?
See, I've never really had that issue because I've always been emotionally aware. I think my flaws was always being too emotionally invested. Right. Especially at the beginning, I'm the type of person that would get emotionally invested. Super, I'm all in. My chips are all in at the beginning.
You love the fry for equity.
Yes, exactly. So I'm always all in at the beginning, and after that, sometimes I'm probably more in at the beginning before I set my principles.
Yeah.
So when I do find my principle, it's like, yo, hold on, wait a minute.
You've crossed all the boundaries.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's never been an issue for me to be emotionally available. It's easier for me to be emotionally disconnected.
Yeah,
that's so once I feel like someone doesn't match with me principally.
Yeah,
that isn't a word. Doesn't match with me in terms of my foundations.
Yeah. Then
I switch like that.
So in terms of opening up, like you say, you've never had to like, okay, say, you know what? Okay,
I've never had to
open up.
I've never had to have that conversation.
You're just open.
Yeah,
anyway,
if you ask me any question, I will tell you. If you ask me what I'm going through, I will tell you. I don't care who you are, because I've always been because of how I've grown up. Because I grew up a lot around women.
Yeah. Right.
And my male role models were my brothers.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know my dad until later on. My role models were my brothers.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of women around me, so it was always. So you was always talking about your emotional state, your emotional well-being. Yeah. Right. It was always a conversation that was tackled. Okay. How are you feeling? What's going on? And being able to express that and articulate that was something that I was good at. But as I grew up, I found out that I was always somebody that was looking for that immediately. Yeah. Because that's what I had. Right. So I was always, if I go into any form of a relationship with someone, whether it be a business partner, whatever form, I'm always all in. I'm always all in.
To be honest with you, that's
even when me and you first met, I was always straight. I would tell you things that you'd be like, well, whoa, why are you even telling me now? Right? But that's the kind of person I am. Whereas when I do feel like, hey, there's something missing, it just isn't working, I would disappear. Like, I can disappear. Like, you'd be so surprised that, okay, this guy's been so emotionally invested. And then
quick to connect and quick to disconnect.
I'm quick to connect, I'm quick to disconnect.
And that's, to be honest with you, that's the same thing with me. That's the same thing with me. Like, when I meet someone, you know how you asked me, like, I think, was it the last time you're like, so how did you know, you were gonna, I said, listen, when I met my girlfriend, I knew exactly what I wanted. I've seen her, spoken to her, I knew, hey, listen, I'm falling head over heels for you. Because I've seen some characters that, like you said, matches your foundation. Every other thing you can build, you can fix. Yeah, there's some things you can't fix that you have to just accept that's the person. But I think, unlike you, I just struggle to be like, hey, this is what I'm going through. Because I don't, it's not like I want people to see me as a strong person. I don't care for that. I care about how I make me feel. Because I feel like once I open up, I feel weak. And sometimes it's okay, and that's what I've learned over the past few years. Like, it's okay to actually feel weak so someone else can make you strong. That's why we said there's a reverse in the way you're thinking when you're younger and when you're growing a bit older and you know you're about to settle down. Not even settle down, you know you're about to take the other half, a lot more serious. Like, you start thinking, I'm weak in this part. I'm looking for my strength, and looking for my strength, I know this is my strength as well. But I feel like this person compliments me in this way. People say, you can't look for someone who's going to complete you. You look for someone who's going to compliment you. And from that complimenting each other, you build something where you then complete each other. That's the way I see it anyway.
Just get that smooth guy. Yeah, what do you talk?
But the thing is,
you don't look for somebody that completes you. Look for someone that compliments you. That's for the TL.
Yes. So by the time you guys compliment each other,
you're supposed to know that.
He knows. He just tries to listen.
It's not putting me about this.
But you said it.
No. I've been around women. Don't mean I know about women.
No. Us.
Don't try it. You guys always try to do this to me.
Hides game. Because you know why he hides the game? Because he hasn't met the right one. So he doesn't want to put all that game out there. Honestly, Oz is got game. When I mean game, and I don't mean small boy game.
Listen, don't let
me explain.
The thing is this: when you're not in a serious relationship, so all guys does that.
No.
You're not in a
Hold on, let me explain the game.
I don't know. But as long as you're not in a serious relationship,
I can categorically say
let me explain the game. Okay. The game is not how to toast babe. It's not how to woo a woman. The game is when you're involved with the woman, what is the game? And I'm not talking about being a Casanova. I'm talking about keeping a relationship. I've spoken to Oz, and guess what? Anybody who's going to date Oz or be his future partner, I'm telling you, you have nothing to worry. He's got game. He's got game. Let me tell you that for free now. He's got game.
And on that note, we're about to round up.
Yes, we're wrapping up.
But wait. Before that, I was gonna say something. For example, my girl, my girl said to me, "Why could you please be open a bit?" The first question is, how?
Okay, true.
Yeah,
that's a very
good
question.
That's a very how? Yeah. Because for someone like me, to ask a question like that, I would actually definitely would have been open, like. So
you feel like you're open. So
I feel like I'm open. So what do you mean when you want me to be more open? In what aspect?
And I think that's the question people need to be clear about.
In what area? You can't just tell me be open. Okay, how do you want me to be open?
Open your bank account,
money. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. I was actually funny enough that you said that. Earlier on, I was having a conversation with someone regarding or being open, and I would say that. For guys, if you're somebody that struggles to articulate or express how you feel, I feel like the number one way for you to be open emotionally is to write things down, right? If you just write how you feel, no matter if you write as a 4-year-old,
dear diary,
right? If you have to do it, I'm being serious. Write it down, right? Let your partner read it.
To-do list.
Just write, even if it's a to-do list. If you write in the form of a list, just bullet point. Just write down how you feel. If you're somebody that struggles to really express how you feel in verbally, write it down. Right? If you can't write it down, find a short clips or short sentence that can reciprocate how you feel.
Yeah. Right. Maybe a one-word action.
Maybe it's a one, Okay. And if that's not, if that's not the case, if you're someone that's there, like, okay, your partner understands that you're open emotionally. Like, for instance, they were talking like, what do they mean by being open, right? And for some women, it might just be you guys haven't had that financial conversation.
Yeah.
right? Finance is a huge.
When I'm serious with someone, that's the first thing I talk about.
It's a huge part. It's a huge
Don't
part.
be thinking I'm some Ben Baller.
Exactly.
I am not a Ben Baller.
So it might just be that they just want you to be open financially. So it's like, okay, cool. Listen, you sit them down. It's like, this is how much I earn. Yeah, this is my salary. This is how much I earn. This is all my income. Right, whether through salary, whether through secondhand raw or investments, this is what I earn, and then from there you guys can be open and find out how much.
I think being open financially even opens
it opens a lot of doors.
Like a woman knows what's in your pocket.
Oh my days, yo,
it's exactly.
It's crazy. It's crazy how it changes.
And this love is sweeter. They don't say no. Don't leave me hanging.
It is good. It is good. It is good. It is good with this. Should we call it idiom or proverb that says what's the name of this thing? Oh, hey.
Don't worry about the English. Just say what you want.
Now the proverb now ain't go now. They try remember now. Oh my God! But I will remember later, Sha.
Tell us.
No. But the cocoa be say you dare open to a girl financially, like, bro. I don't remember her. Now that time you go know say people sabi cut their coat according to their size. Now that time, not say this thing like because a girl that knows your income, that knows everything, would not ask you something that what you
can't do.
That's reasonable.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, we never ask you what you literally cannot. And that's true. That we want.
But don't say some girls are not there that does that.
I'm not saying it, but it doesn't. Do you know what it is? I feel like once you have that financial conversation with your partner, you really start to see different doors opening, right? Sometimes, like if they're genuine, if somebody that really cares about you, women tend to be very cautious about stuff. Yeah. So they start thinking about where you guys are going. They start thinking about things that if things doesn't match up, there's an instant alarm that flags up in her head. Hold on, where's this money coming from? How are you getting this money? This doesn't match up what you said, and they'll start asking you.
That's
right?
True.
And I feel like there's a lot of doors that open when you guys have that financial. So it could be, I think sometimes it could be just be that. It could be just to be, they want you to be open financially. Especially if they're emotionally invested and you're emotionally invested in them. And they're asking you to be open. I feel like that could be another door. Like in terms of financial.
Because they want to plan as well, innit? They want to plan for the future.
And if it's not just, and if you guys have done that, it could be just family awareness. It could be, okay, cool. How open are you? How open is a family? Are you willing to? Are you guys having family time with each other's relatives? Right? It could be that level of openness as well. So, like I said, you as a man, you need to ask your partner what does she mean.
And guess what? If you open up to your partner, as a guy, even if you open up financially, it's okay if you don't know how much she earns. Till today, I don't even know how much my girlfriend earns. I know the range, guys. No. Hold on.
I can't co-sign that.
Wait, hold on. You listen to what I'm saying. I know the range.
What are you saying?
She's told me so many times.
Okay, cool.
Well,
you have an idea.
I have an idea.
That's all that matters.
So you don't have to know pinpoint what she earns. As a guy, be free with your income. Because guess what? Be very free.
No, be careful.
No. This is not to be careful. This is not be careful thing. No, it is really to be honest, Tola has actually made a good point, and it is a good advice. Very, very good advice. To you guys, just let your woman know your income. As long as you guys are serious with each other, let your woman know your income. But the thing is this, I think it is common to you guys. Same as Tola. I actually don't know what my woman.
I don't know for sure.
There was a time I asked, and she tried to flip it, and I didn't ask because I felt like. Oh yeah, so definitely you don't want me to know. So I'm like, okay, no worries, I'll know later.
I have to correct you guys. I don't feel it. I'll tell you why I correct you guys.
Yeah, we might be wrong,
as a guy, no, I'll tell you why. You have to have an idea. You may not know the exact issue.
She's told me.
Okay, that you don't know the exact amount. Does that mean anything?
I'm not saying about the exact amount, but you as a guy needs to have an idea.
Of course.
The reason for that is that...
of course. You have to plan.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You have to have an idea. It's not just for the planning, because you also have to know that your woman could be in a financial state, right? She might not be somebody that that flows with money,
Yeah.
right? That can cause a friction in your relationship.
Of course.
Just because you're not just aware of what she's going through financially. And she's already expecting that. She's told you, right? And she's expecting in her head that you should know that, we're in the middle of the month. I'm like, this is causing a lot of friction for me. This, that, and the third.
I agree with
right?
that.
So for you to say,
I'm sorry, I think all ladies expect you to know that the moment they tell you their financial state.
So I feel like you should have an idea. Even if you may not know the exact figure, that's fine, that's cool. Or she may not tell you the exact figure, but you should have roughly an idea of where she's
at. For my own, she's just told me so many times, but I just don't make it something that I tend to like sit on. If you understand what I'm saying?
No, I get you. It's not necessarily. I wouldn't say necessarily a big deal. But it's not an end or be all if you don't know the exact figure. But it is an end or be all if you don't have an idea.
So it is all part of opening up emotionally as well. Mate, you'd be very, very shocked how emotions are connected to financial aspects of life as well. And now your finances are connected to your emotion. Listen, a man who is broke is not a happy man. Honestly. And a man you keep collecting money from is not a happy man. A man you not collecting, a man you keep making spend is not a happy man. You understand? And
do you know, I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that second statement.
Okay.
Because I know some guys that enjoy people spending their money. I know some guys that
No, wait.
I'll tell you what.
So what
pass Gary sometimes.
Exactly.
You know?
Right? That's true.
Yeah.
Right? I know personally some guys that's their thing. They like their women to spend their money.
Their women.
How
can I be so stingy to my woman?
If person don't spend your money tight, one day you go say,
we're talking about women. We're talking about our woman. I'm saying if you're dating a guy freshly, let me actually clear that up. And all you are doing is making him spend.
Oh, okay.
One day the guy para now.
No.
You just say, can we go and watch a movie? Which movie?
No,
you have Netflix.
We have no pants.
If the guy go meet some bad guy,
oh my God.
You know go pass 1 week.
You know go pass with this guy open pants 1 week.
Do you think you're a bad guy?
Wait, in Nigerian, like you're like, I'm a Nigerian, but you've been spending on top woman for like 1 month. Up to waiting. Now your woman. That don't make sense, man.
Listen, just know when you're opening up, the whole point of this episode today is that when you're opening up, please make sure you open up in stages, and not everybody you open up to or your partner will have your solution. The most important thing is for them to be there for you.
And find out what does that mean?
Yes, and help you. They can help you find a solution, but they wouldn't have the solution for you. And I think that's the mistake most of us make. Is like when we open up, we feel like this person should have the answer. No, they shouldn't. They actually shouldn't have the answer. What they can do in the rightful mind of someone who's kind and pure is to be there to support you. They're meant to be your third leg, basically.
I'd just like to say thank you to AY.
Thank you very much. And for being honest.
He's been extremely honest. I'm not going to lie. Extremely honest. Thank you very much.
And doesn't mean all those things I can do.
Look, he's retracting his statements.
No, to be real. You guys said it. Let's be real.
Let's be honest. And that's to tell you, like, if one of our subscribers as well, we can invite you on the show. If you please want to be on the show, please just drop us a message on our social media, most especially on Instagram. Please look out for the SoundCloud, YouTube, and IGTV videos. This is episode 26. I'm Tola.
I'm Oz.
And this is Big Loud Mouth.
Love you.
This is the Big Loud Mouth. This is the Big Loud Mouth.